Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Today I'm going to talk about the two biggest differences I see between a kind of beginner to novice artist and a professional. And I can narrow it down to two things, okay? And that's pretty much it. It's going to be a talking video, so pay attention and let's get going. So I'm going to be doodling around on this drawing that I did for a video earlier, last time for you guys. And just so you're not staring at nothing while I'm talking, because this is all going to be informational and talking and value. So I see these categories of people. So I'll tell you the first one, sorry. Right off the bat, taking feedback from others. People that are professionals tend to take feedback from other professionals and other people in their field, even other artists that are not as good as them, because artists tend to have a trained eye, and that really enables them to become better and optimize what they're doing. And just because no matter how good you are, you're going to be too close to a picture, you're going to be doing too much on it, and you will not be able to see clearly at some point because you're too subjective. You need to get away from it. Objectivity. You need that objectivity, and that comes from others. What happens is normally though, people, if you're an artist, if you're in a novice level, you don't really want advice because your ego is wrapped up in how good you are. You're like the artist person, you're like the good artist, that's almost like your reputation. That's what people know you as, even, from the beginning toward the middle, all the way up. And that ego gets to you. So in your mind, you're like, no, I know what I'm going to do. No, I can handle it eventually. No, I can do this. And that can really, really hurt you. That hurts how well you become, how good you become as an artist, and it hurts, and it could plateau you, really. It could stop you. So I know, for example, and I'm not going to name names, but I know some people who are, they can't get a job, or they can't get an art job, right? And outside of marketing and things like that, it never occurs to them like, hey, why don't you improve your skill in a certain area and start kind of doing that, and maybe more people will like it. It'll be more attractive to the general audience or other people in general. And it never occurs to them. So some people have some people that have been drawing for, literally 20, 30 years. And it looks like they've been drawing for a year, maybe. Like a beginner art class. And that literally is, I think, the problem in there, is they will not take feedback. They will not take, or if they take feedback, they won't really use it. They won't really implement it in their practice. It won't affect them. They'll be like, whatever. What I do is I try to take feedback from peers, from people that are better than me. I try to reach out and find those people. It gets harder and harder as you get better, of course, right? I'm a professional myself. But I reach out to other professionals, and they're a little bit harder to reach, or friends are really good at art. And I'm like, hey, what can I improve here? What do you think? And then what I do is I ingest that criticism, and I say, is that fair? Can I do this? You have to throw your ego out the window when you do that stuff. Look at the picture, not yourself. Not because you drew it, it's cool. Think about the picture as itself, not because, you did it. And that's really hard to do. I think it's so hard to do that I think it holds back the majority of people that get into art, in all honesty. There's been times where people critique me and I literally teared up, and that's happened. And it's the best thing ever. That's why I went to Art Center, and that propelled me forward, where I had a lot of people, other, kind of that environment, people pushing you around and getting taught by professionals, other professionals. And so yeah, that is the number one thing. I see that over and over and over again. Don't get wrapped up in your ego. That's number one. Okay. And number two would be literally applying what you're doing. Sorry, literally doing it. So many novice to beginners are like, how do I get better? How do I get better? Like, dude, or dudette. When you're first starting to draw, that's like the best time, because you got nowhere to go but up. You're improving everything. So all you gotta do is put the time into it, and you're gonna get better at something. Just pick something that you find interesting, start drawing it over and over, start learning it, and just like put the hours into it, right? I was drawing like 8 hours a day when I first started drawing because I started working in 2 years. It is a slow process because you're correcting these things in your mind, right? You're learning these things. When it really starts to get hard would be and complicated is when you already got a couple of things you're good at, and now you're like, oh man, now I have to work on the bad things, right? Like if someone's amazing at drawing creature design and characters, but they're really bad at drawing like pinups and females or something like that, which was me like a couple years ago. I have to actively pull away from what I already doing and try to round out my skill by drawing something I'm very uncomfortable drawing. And it's like the metaphor someone gave me was, it's like going to a different martial art and expecting to be good at that martial art just because you did another one. So if you go like from Aikido to Greco-Roman wrestling, for example, something like that, you're not just gonna. You have to start out, or the reverse. You got to start as a white belt again. I know they got no belts in Greco-Roman wrestling, but you gotta learn to be a white belt again. And that's kind of what it feels like when I draw stuff I suck at. Your ego's all the way up here, like, yeah, you already got this, But then you have to go over here to something that you're really bad at. And it feels like you're a white belt again. It really does. It's not totally the same because you're always going to have that dexterity in your hand still, stuff like that. But you are going to draw stuff that you hate. Like you're going to draw stuff and you're like, whoa, that sucks. Wow, I haven't felt that bad in a long time. You just push through that. That's where it gets harder. Like I said, but... like currently, I draw about 5 hours a day. Like end of the night, about maybe 9 o'clock at night, I'll start doodling. I'll doodle this, or I'll do a commission, or I'll do a painting I'm working on, and I will stay up to like 2 a.m. Drawing the whole time. Maybe I'll have like the TV on. So that's now. I know people that do much, much more than that for their career. If you're drawing like once a week, you're not going to get very good very fast. You want to blast past that beginner stage. Excuse me, I got a cough. I still got a cold. Got to have a minor cold. I've been sick so much lately because of the weather. But yeah, that's it. That's number 2. Put the hours into it. When I was tutoring people, the thing that wasn't getting people better, it wasn't just like not like actually learning it. It's literally not applying it. You're not applying it. There's people that I would see once a week, I would tutor, and they didn't draw the whole week. And I was giving them like easy stuff. I was like, yeah, just doodle like three drawings and show them to me. Like that was that easy. And they wouldn't do it. And I'm like, I kind of had to like throw people off the boat a little bit because I'm like, if you're not doing it, you're just throwing your money away by giving it to me. Like literally they're paying me and I'm like, I don't want to take this and have you out there representing me, and you know what I mean? Like I just feel like I'm not doing anything. So I couldn't take that. But anyways, that's pretty much it. If you liked this kind of talk and you can relate to this sort of thing, please, I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, and also go to my Patreon, because on my Patreon, I am helping people really hard. I am helping people get better and get past these little, things that hold them back for years and years and years. Show me your drawing. If you have a bad habit you developed, I'll take it out, man. I'll say, hey, you keep doing that over and over and over again. Do it. Be more professional. It can be, anything. It really can. It can be like, okay, like every time you draw a face, this eye socket keeps drifting to the side of their head, and I've seen that every time they make a left, and they have no idea. They have no idea they're doing it, and they're doing it for years. And then people are like too nice. People are like, oh, it's good, and it is for the most part good, but no one is pointing it out because people are just generally pretty bad at criticism, in my opinion, and that'll be a whole other video. But I'm also not a jerk. I will tell you what you're doing very, very good, and I will tell you what are things you can work on and how to work on them. I do all that, and that's all on my Patreon. Go there. When you go to my Patreon link below, ignore the 18 and over thing. It says like 18 and over. I don't know why they did that. That is so stupid. There's nothing on that page that is like, not safe for work. It's ridiculous. So I'm still trying to fix that, and they won't respond to me. So Thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. I know that was a long rant, and I will talk to you next time.